Alrighty, here we go. Oh, got the family out of the house for a little bit. It was rough. They're gonna go make me apple butter for my birthday. Having a having a real sort of shitty birthday weekend. I I reset my phone. I failed to log into my phone properly. I could not figure out what I had set my PIN to. I have memory problems, so what I did was I set it to iris opening, but I had to reset my phone. I didn't remember what the fuck I set the PIN number to, so my phone ended up getting reset. So now all these people are texting me for my birthday, and I feel like a jerk. I'm like, that's cool, but who is this? I don't have your number. They're all like, really? Like one of my kids, like, it's your daughter? It's like, what are you talking about? So, yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's a good day. A good day to reset your phone is the day before your birthday, because you know everybody that gives a shit about you is gonna text you. And then you basically get a free filtering of the people who don't give a shit about you. Just be like, well, you haven't texted me in months. Be like, well, you didn't text me on my birthday. So yeah, I appreciate that, guys. Nobody believes that I'm 40. Nobody believes me. And I keep telling them, yeah, it's the truth, man. It is the truth. So, if you guys didn't see the video yesterday, and I apologize, this is gonna, let me turn off my desktop audio is off, good. This is gonna pop the sound. I did do a quick video yesterday to document my early first findings. That one did pretty well. Lots of people generated lots of questions. I haven't had a chance to look. I haven't had a chance to look at the second round of comments yet. We did get a lot of information out in that first video. So if you haven't checked that one out, I will of course answer any questions that we have. I'm being bonked by a cat. Of course, it's the start of a show. Got to have cat problems. Some studios have audio problems. I have cat problems. We finally got the audio fixed. Now we have cat problems. Hello? You don't like being picked up. Yep, kitty cam, first thing. We got one of the four. He's just over here bonking my foot. He was bad this morning. He woke me up. Then again, I was bad. I didn't fill up their food dishes last night. They had a little kibble left. They weren't starving. They had a little left. Let's see. Let's see. Guild of Stars. I know people... I can't do the Guild of Stars from here. I know people were asking. Yes, it's confirmed. 15 for a cottage. 300 for a thatched farmhouse. With that said, I'm going to say... I don't think 300... I don't think 300 is going to be doable. I said that in my video. Now, with that said, I know a lot of people jumped immediately back on the thing they said, well, these premium rewards are going to be here for 3 Guild of Stars apiece. Yeah, the problem with this is you might get 6 out of this by launch day. Now, I need to be able to see the rest of these. To see how these are going to work. But, have you seen how much gold the Arc Pass 2 for the Community Center quest? No, not yet. Sorry, I had to get that out of the way before that got warm. I forgot about it. It was sitting on the desk. I forgot about it yesterday, too. It went back in the fridge yesterday. Curlin tagged me on Twitter to a question about completion certificates. Yes, I will show that. I think completion certificates are too low. Where are you? Growth? Where are they? Luxury? They're hiding somewhere. Yeah. Request completion certificates for only 5 premium coins. I think those need to come right out. I think those need to go completely out. Even though they're buying down pickup. With leaving request completion tickets in the game at all at launch, it is definitely going to affect the desire for people to invest tens of thousands of gold in order to level up your crafts to, say, Cloaked Iron Axe. Yeah, there's no matches. Hold on. Let me do Ionad X scroll. All of proficiency changed. Yes, it's my birthday today. So thank you. Thank you. Crafting is completely different. I'm going to have to redo Archeage 101 on crafting. It's not like completely different, but it is radically different. As you notice, you make a scroll instead of the weapon, and it awakens. You awaken the weapons now. So it's weird, okay? It's weird. It's strange. So you still need weaponry to make the scroll. So you need 130,000 weaponry to make an Ionad, and then an Aranor X scroll. And Aranor is 180. Now, there is a lot to be done there. 180,000 weaponry takes a long time. I know, because I have weaponry on the main servers. The problem is that this request completion certificate allows me to put the item on the request board, and then when the item is under 11 hours left to be completed, I can just use a request completion ticket and finish my job instead of waiting for a crafter to do it. Well, if I can do that, why would anybody waste the time, effort, and energy to get to 180,000 weaponry? So the request completion certificates need to come out. Just come right out. So crafting, is it relevant? No, if request completion tickets are there. So those need to come out if we want to have a healthy player-driven economy. That's an Archeage Unchained. Yeah, I am on the media server. Crolin, for those of you that don't know this, and I'll tell the story, I poked Crolin. I said, hey, I didn't get invited to the media server. What do I got to do to get on it? And then people kept pinging him and saying, hey, we need Jahlon on the server. We need Jay on the server. And then he came back and he said, yeah, I want to make it happen. And true enough, on Friday afternoon, he PM'd me on Twitter and he said, I need an email address. Well, his team had actually already taken good care of me. His team had already gotten me on. His team had already gotten me all set up. So yeah, didn't bully Crolin. Didn't bully him. It was more like social pressure. Which is, oh, look at that, a cheer, an anonymous cheerer. I like that, thank you. And I like the animation that goes with it. That's actually really cool. Let's see. I'm pretty new to Archeage. What should the average person do in 4 days to make sure we can grab a reasonable amount of land? I'm going to be covering the land grab thing as I have more time. For new players, but basically I did a video already on land, so here's Meowbox. I did a video already on land that'll catch you up, so that'll take care of that. Did I find stat costumes? Oh, I need to disable that. That's a great function while you're playing, but that is not a great function while you're streaming. The click to move, I love it, but let's see, undergarments. So undergarments, 500 Gildastar design, 100 handicraft yarn, 10 cloud spun fabric, and 20 soft stem pigment. That is going to be, let me cursor over that the way I grab things. That is going to be a pretty sizable investment. So, okay, good morning. The stream knows you're present. Now quiet. So yeah, it's gonna be difficult to get your your undergarments and your basic costume. Let me do the same thing. I'm gonna grab that that way later on. Oh, that 100. Oh, that's 50 handicraft yarn, 3 beautifully colored fabric, and 1 soft stem pigment. So you are gonna be better off getting your costume first and then moving on. The cats have 2 full dishes. Don't let her fool you. Let's see. The premium. Oh, hold on. Let me see. I found the stat costumes. In which items I should put melee critical damage and where critical rate? I'm not gonna get into that question today. That's a question I've been covering for 2 weeks. You can get on my Discord to ask me that question. I got a limited amount of time to stream today, so we're gonna talk about Unchained, the server. There we go. So if you need help, and I'm gonna give everybody PTSD right now. If you need help with your triangle, pop over to the Discord and we can help you out there. And then we'll go back to our regular show format tomorrow, and be answering questions like that. Do you really just got 40 today? Yes, I just turned 40 today. Nobody believes it. So there is no stat costume in any of the arena shop or guild prestige shops. Now, here's the thing about the database. It may not be fully ported over yet, but no, as you can see, here's the guild shop, and shout out to GamePro3. He's another streamer for Archeage. He got a guild set up, which makes life really easy. Because I didn't have, that's one less thing I had to do. So yeah, there is no costumes in the shop. What I need to do is there an arena guy in, I think there's an arena. I gotta get up to, I haven't made my way up to Marianople yet. I made a character. I had a bunch, as you guys saw yesterday, I had a bunch of bits and pieces to do. So I was taking care of the bits and pieces. And then, of course, labor's not working, so that's slowing down leveling a little bit. So I need to spend more time in the PTS, or the media server. I'm not going to kill myself on the media server if I can get some stuff researched. I'm basically trying to do some base level research today, and then I'm trying to do base level research today, and then when the regular PTS comes up, I will be doing more stuff. Can I not access the arena level? No, because I don't have patron. And the other button is gone. The not everything is working. So the arena button that used to be here, I didn't see them move it anywhere. Let me make sure. I don't understand. That never made sense to me. Yeah, they didn't put the other one down here. So there's some bits and pieces that aren't working. Jay put the stat costume recipe back up for a second. Sure. I can do that. Yeah, it's a PTS issue. Labor's not working on the PTS. Labor's not working on the PTS issue. They are getting it from the Arc Pass progression. I'm going to show that in a second. So, yeah. Lots of things going on. The basic costume is for your combat costume. So we'll get into stuff like the costumes and all that when we're not on a limited time server. When I'm on my regular show, I will take care of that. Is 90 days enough to finish all 3 parts of the season path? Yeah, it should be. But I mean, again, you're asking me to give you an answer to a question that I can't readily do because I don't have labor. So if I had labor, I'd be able to do that. But 90 days is a long time, so I'm not too worried about it. Especially, you know, I only played for a couple of hours yesterday because I had the video to make. There's actually a really cool program I'm involved where they're taking my voice and they're making a audio double for me. So instead of me having to spend hours and hours recording a video, I can type and it will use my voice to synthesize what I type. I can produce videos like that. If I can produce videos at any time of the day, yeah, that's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be amazing if I can just type and have a synthesized voice that sounds like me. That will increase my production capability. And so far it looks like that'll probably work. Can people play on this PTS like in Legacy? No. You can't even, you need a code to even get onto this server. So basic path seems not worth it to do at all at the start. The other one's easy to level up and have good rewards. Why would... Okay, no, I disagree with that. Because free gold, okay? Free gold while you're leveling in a zone that, like, you're just getting free gold as you're doing the stuff you would be doing anyway. So, I don't know why people would say that the basic Arc Pass isn't worth doing. I gotta report to Carl. Let's see. What do I think of the Arc Pass features so far? Again, I don't think they're bad, but without labor regeneration, it's really hard to mess around with. Like on the other character I opened this up. So I spent 2 gold to open this, but it requires labor to do. Basic path. You mean, are you talking about not this. You're talking about these? Yeah, some people have labor regen. I don't know why. Yeah, I need to dig into all of these. I don't want to give an opinion on these until I've had a chance to dig into them. I don't think these are going to be a problem, but you know, it is nice to see Curios badges somewhere other than the arenas. That is nice. There's a costume with stats in the premium Arc Pass. Yeah, you guys got to remember. Story time with Jahlon. A long time ago in a land far away, people complained about everything. They complained about every single thing that Tryon was doing, and what they ended up getting was, well, it's not fair that costumes have stats on them. Well, the problem is that there were supposed to be costumes with stats on them much earlier in the game than we got. And because people whined about everything, we didn't get those. So, not to put too fine of a point on it, but sometimes when you whine about everything, okay, when you whine about everything, you end up with nothing. So, if everybody has access to the same paths, okay? If everyone has access to the same paths, then what does it matter if these have stats on them? Where's the other one? No, those are... So what... Honestly, what does it matter? What does it matter if these have stats on them? When you get the labor recharges from the basic Arc Pass free tree, then you... Yeah, I know. Because you have to pay $15 for premium. Well, first of all, it's 10. And second of all, you know, it's 1,000 cooking in production time. So I don't see where the problem is. Here's the big one. If you're gonna say that they can't sell anything that's gonna be viable to the customers, then you're really looking for a free-to-play game, and go to Legacy. You have that. If they can't make money, if they cannot make money selling Arc Passes, then they are going to have to introduce a pay-to-win feature, because they need money to keep the servers going. Like, that is one problem that has come about, and it's solely on the gamers. Gamers want to pay nothing for great quality games. You know, when No Life makes too big a semi-casual, it's not going to last. Not quite sure where you're going with that. Oh my goodness. This cat. It's like you're abused or something. She doesn't like that she doesn't like I'm hanging out with you guys. So yeah. If they, the truth of the matter is, if they went a full sub model, then a lot of people wouldn't play, but the people who played would be happy. Hug the kitty. That kitty doesn't necessarily like hugs. That kitty doesn't necessarily like being picked up. That kitty likes to rip your flesh off. So I generally don't pick up Meowbox, because she's angry. She's an angry kitty. If they put out good skins, mounts, outfits, still skins, people will pay. Yeah, I agree with you. However, it's really difficult to compare. Like, you should never compare a MOBA to an MMO, because they're different. Like, they're different games. They're different setups. Now, Path of Exile you can compare because it's an MMO as well. But yeah, you can't. You can't compare an MMORPG to a MOBA. What do I think about Swiftblade? I think that my old ass has no business playing Swiftblade, but it seemed fun. It seemed fun. I was enjoying it. The little bit I played with it. Still pretty different though, comparing Path of Exile with Archeage. Yeah, I mean it is. However, it's at least an MMO, so it's at least in the family. You need far less resources for a MOBA to keep running than an MMO. You need far less resources to keep it running, but you need a lot more attention to detail as you do development for it. Let's see. Pretty sure League of Legends and Dota with billions players need less resources than Archeage with 3,000 players. Yeah, I mean that's another part of it. I mean, what's your overall cost? And I can't even begin to speculate because I have no idea. I've never done any research. I don't know how many servers they have. I don't know how many servers they have going on. So, and I wouldn't even attempt to answer that question. Now, I'm sure somebody's going to ask me why am I leveling as a healer, because I wanted to do the diligence to see how long it's going to take. I will say that it took me a fairly significant amount of time to level the same amount. Like, I did 1 to 10, and then I did, oh, damn it, I needed to finish the other one. Oh, that's fine, I'll get there. I did 1 to 10, and I did 1 to 10, and then I did a little bit further than that, and I could definitely feel the difference early on. And if you're trying to get out in front, then I will say healing is gonna be an issue. Beyond that, based on the labor and everything to change out the gear, a healer might wanna level up. A healer might want to level up as a healer, just because of the labor involved at the end of the gear. I want to get to that point on the actual PTS. I won't get there by tomorrow, but when I get there, I will cover that piece. When is the PTS available for pre-order people? On the 1st. On the 1st. Let's see. Is the Unchained version in testing phase? Yes. It's in testing for the media people today and tomorrow, and then it goes into everybody's testing on Tuesday. If you do only the green quests, you will end up with 30 by the end of the green quests. That is true. I'm aware of that. The poppy thing. Okay, the poppy thing is a pain in the ass, and let me tell you why. Because it gets in your way, and it slows down your progression. It is a goofy system. However, to my knowledge, and I that's another thing. I want to get there. I want to get to that. I want to get to that point. I want to be able to personally say for myself, I checked it, and this is the problem. Because I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember the poppy thing ever being a problem. I never actually remember this thing being a problem. Like, it never it never was like a, oh, I'm stuck and I can't make any progress. I mean, this has never been a problem for me. So I want to get to it, you know. I don't want to discount people who are saying it's a problem, but at the same time, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it because I haven't experienced it firsthand. You're a streamer as well. What's the best way to contact Archeage Unchained for the media PTS? I have no idea. I'm not trying to like not give you an answer, but I got contacted after I kind of poked the people I knew. Go ask in their Discord, maybe. Let's see. You didn't care about the main story queue, but you can skip it and farm T1 high room for your health yourself instead. Again, didn't say that. You gotta listen to what I'm saying. I didn't run into these problems. I'm trying to get to the problem so I can understand it. The reason why it's a problem this time is because of the 4 to 5 day land block. Okay, I get that. However, yeah, there was a quest that we had previously, okay? There was a quest that we had that you had to have 4 different items that you had to have in order to progress. Now, I know people are like, the poppy thing, and I'm like, okay, it's written down. I have to get to it to see a problem. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, no offense, but a lot of people are like, this is a huge problem. Oh, okay. But then when you get to it, it's not really a problem. Like, somebody said to me today, they wanted me to talk to Crolin and say that cottages should go up to 100 Gildastars because it would stop the land grab issue. And I was like, no, it wouldn't. 100 Gilda Stars is not the answer. The answer would be something that's not possible by October 15th. But if you think that making the Gilda Star price 100 Gilda Stars for a cottage, yeah, it's going to encourage more alts, and it's not going to help you, the person who doesn't have the week off from work. It's going to help me because I can no life it, and you think I can't get 100 Gilda Stars in 6 hours? You can get 50 to 70 from achievements. So yeah, it'd be obnoxious that I have to level through multiple accounts on multiple characters to get you know to get the land I need. But if I have to do it on 3 accounts, 6 characters each, you're going to be pissed when you get home from work and you only get 2 plots and I have 6. You don't want to create a system that's going to drive people to make the problem worse. They just want to limit others. It's not about it being easy. They like the idea. They just want to limit others. It's not about it being easy. They like the idea. Yeah, but you don't, like, if you're saying that it's for, like, if you're saying it's for the betterment of everybody, then it needs to actually be for the betterment of everybody. The Poppy issue is way overblown because it does not stop your progression. You can simply move forward with the quest gear that you have and use it for the next 1 to 2 days. True. You know, just illegally plant Poppy or buy from someone who does. True. Now it blocks the armor exchange, so it's like more urgent to do quickly. 24-hour growing can't do in public farm. Hold on. Let's check that theory. Let me check that theory real quick. Poppy is for vocation. 90, so it's early on. 1 day, 10 hours. Yeah, so you can't grow it in a public farm because even in a temperate environment, it will exceed the public farm. So yeah. Let's see. Can I do poppies on the public farm? There you go. Can't do it anyway. I don't know why everyone keeps acting like they're going to no life grind for 20 hours the first day, so it's not even an issue. There will be people who no life grind for 20 hours on the first day. Let's just be honest. There will be people who do it, without a doubt. Just plan it illegally. Yeah, a little bit of a problem with that is that you're gonna need the vocation to do that. But yeah, I don't. I'm not gonna get involved with this whole, well, it's a game breaker. You know, I have to see it. That's just like people were complaining, like, oh, people can't get wool on the west side. Well, you can. You can get wool. The problem is you have to get wool a smart way. You have to get wool in a smart way. And if you know where and when to get your wool, then you'll be fine. I'm a casual player, or I want to be. Land is the most important thing, so I'll know life for 2 or 3 days, then drop to 6 to 8 hours a week. Everything else can wait. Yeah, I mean, do I like the idea of people being able to drop as much land as they can get and lock land out? No, you guys know this. You guys know this, that I do not I do not agree with Crolin on the land thing. However, I accept his position because the position makes sense. And that's where a lot of people struggle in life, in life, not just with video games, but in life. They struggle to understand, I'm not happy with the answer, but I accept the answer because the answer is a good answer. I'm not gonna say he's wrong. He's the vice president. He's right. Can I show the stats on the costumes? Which costumes? The ones in the path. That's the stat. They all have the same. What's the time length you can use a public farm? 24 hours. After 24 hours, the stuff that you put in a public farm becomes open for everybody. Yeah, they left the cooking proficiency on. Not a huge deal. What dictates a good land spot? I'm not going to cover that in this episode of Archeage 101. You can ask me that during our regularly scheduled shows when when we're not on the media server, because that's a whole nother line. I mean, I'm not even done with that video yet. Let's see. Dwarf and Warborn transformations don't mean anything. Yeah, once you have your own base toughness and resilience, you're never gonna use them anyway. Truthfully, I don't think most people are going to run into Dwarves and Warborn. If you're getting killed by Dwarves and Warborn, then you were going to get killed anyway. I mean, let's just be honest. If you die to a Dwarf or a Warborn, and it's solely their transformation that did it, that you were going to die to them anyway. Because you were somewhere that you ought not to have been. Doing something that you ought not to have been doing without the experience to be doing what you should be doing. Find the ring in the chest. Congratulations on 4.0. I know. But you dueled somebody yesterday. Who the fuck cares about a duel? Duels are something you consensually agree to. Guess what? I don't want to be beaten in duels. Okay? Cool, I get it. Ready? I don't want to be bothered with duels. Auto decline duel invites. Now I'm done. Am I running a 64-bit client? I'm going to say no, and the reason why I'm going to say no is that the easy anti-cheat that pops up is the 32-bit version. A duel is just practice for real-world PvP interaction, though. Okay, so that argument then is I'm 12K on the real server and I duel people who are 4Ks, and it's just real practice for the 4Ks. I mean, the clients are 64-bit. There you go. The significance of a 64-bit client, I don't know. People have been making out this huge argument for years that we need the 64-bit client, but the only problem is I don't think it fixes anything. Archeage still loads like, like it's a grumpy teenager who doesn't want to get out of bed. So 9.9 out of 10 will run Songcraft because of move speed songs. The fact is you are defenseless if you get ganked. Yeah, I mean, truthfully. Actually, did I? Yeah, the wide view isn't quite as wide, for some odd reason. But that's okay. 64 client at least had reduced effect on the cheaters. Don't know what you mean. Not quite sure I understand. The game won't crash if it tries to use more than 3.6 gigs of RAM. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm defaulting to a lot of you younger people when it comes to technology now. I kind of I kind of don't care anymore. I'm not being flippant. I can't keep up with technology, so I've sort of stopped trying. I've sort of stopped trying. Like, what do I do? I call HP when my shit's broke. I have money. There we go. There's. Oh, and I did find, guys. Important one. Before I forget. This map. I have 2 Archeage maps. This map is the map you want to use. It shows you all of the exploration points. Oh, my bad. That one. No labor. I can't harvest anything. Yeah, I don't have labor. Other people have labor. I don't have labor. Some of the water effects. Somebody was asking me about the graphics effects. Some of the water effects have been put in. Yeah, the old Russian one. Yeah, it's the old Russian one that has the Nui tiers on it. I was looking at the 5.5 map, and I was like, what'd they do? And the truth is, it's on the old Russian one. That's how you get your exploration. I got 50 exploration for free, which is a good thing if you're trying to level. If you're trying to level your exploration to make keys, you can actually run around that map. You can run around that map and, you know, do what you need to do. Get your exploration up. I mean, you can get a ton of exploration from that map. Now, I know some people have said they're not going to do any of the side quests. I should have done these before I took the teleport. That's what I'd forgotten. And I get it. People are like, I'm not doing any of the side stuff. Then don't do the side stuff. Some of the side stuff you want to do. Some of the side stuff you want to do, in my opinion, because you want to do your daily boards, because you want to start getting those titles. But you do you. You hush. I don't know. Oh, you haven't had your meds today because your mommy didn't come home. Okay, enough. Can someone please link the achievement map? What achievement map are you talking about? Okay. You know what? I don't. No. No. I don't want to hear you. And neither do all the nice people. Now she can't get in her bed. Meowbox spotted the Kraken. Yeah. That kitty is deaf, so she's not angry. She just doesn't know how to vocalize appropriate. She doesn't know how to vocalize appropriately. That kitty is on her last life. Throw the cat for partnership. I would never throw an animal. The fact that that streamer wasn't immediately banned and then prosecuted for that, like, irritates me to no end. Living creatures, you know, it's your pet, man. How are you gonna throw your pet? You know. Holy Bolt is pretty strong. Yeah, it gets even better at Ancestral, it gets even better at Ancestral 10. How soon do you get the baby Hiram gear? You start with it. All of that gear is, infusible. Unfortunately, I don't have labor to insert the gear. Or insert the infusions. Yes, it is true there's a 30% self-healing nerf. If you want to play a healer, should you level as a healer? That's what I'm testing right now. That's what I'm testing right now, because I want to see how much more difficult it is. It is slightly slower. It is, I'm gonna tell you right now, it is slightly slower. However, oh, by the way, side note, I'll tell you as soon as I'm done with the slightly slower. It is slightly slower to level as a healer than it is to level as a DPS. However, I will be honest. To save yourself all that labor at the end, you might just want to consider taking the extra couple of hours and level up as a healer. Now, quick note. For your dailies, like Protect Souls Read, kill enemies in Souls Read. It's going to be whatever zone is applicable to you. All these rabbits, all these little 1 hit point rabbits, they all count. They count as one of your kills. So if you don't want to spend a bunch of time on mobs, just kill rabbits. God, poor rabbits. It's gonna be rabbit apocalypse all over. Speaking of apocalypse, very cool of Intrepid Studios. They got my referral link fixed after like a year, but it patiently. That got taken care of, so my link actually works now. So big thank you to them. Steven got the coffee mug. If you guys don't know the joke, my community and I have Paradox brand coffee mugs with Chibi on them, and you know the icon. Everything's nice. And my community, I said, should I send one to Crolin and one to Steven? My community said yes. I sent one to Steven. I don't have Crolin's address. If I had Crolin's address, I'd send him a coffee mug. I would definitely send him a coffee mug for the lulz. Where can you get that? You can get that at Designed by Humans. I'll give you the link if you guys are actually fucking interested. The only thing I won't put Chibi's face on is I won't put Chibi's face on panties. There are some strange people out there. Strange people. So yeah, it was funny. People were like, it wasn't just once either. It was a series of times. It was a series of times that this act. I feel like panties are the number one thing you would put them on. No, I have 5 daughters. I definitely would not do that. But since you asked, I have 5 daughters. I have no sons. I have 5 daughters. 5 daughters. 2 of the cats are male, 2 of the cats are female. So yeah. Is land available to place? I don't know. I don't think so. I think Yaruki was saying yesterday that was a problem. She didn't have her patron, so she couldn't put down land. Each day for Jahlon is a battle royale, 6 versus 1. Not necessarily, because some of my kids are grown and they're not here. Some of them are gone. One of them's a mile up the road. Well, one of the ones I call my kids is a mile up the road. She gets included in the extras. One's in Ohio. 2 are in Ohio. One's in Missouri, 2 are with me, 1's in Europe. They're all over. Yeah, I look 25, but I am in fact 40. Yeah, and I'm a grandfather. That always throws people off too. They're like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, I have adult children. So €10 for the shipping. Ouch, dude, that sucks. No coffee mug for you. You can hit 30 in about 2.5 hours. True, if I wasn't streaming and I was just solely dedicated on the main story quest, about 2.5 hours. So boom. An anonymous cheerer. Yeah, you can post links in here. So far in the 1.5 years I've been streaming, I haven't had too much of a problem. Haven't had too many problems with people. As soon as I start having a problem with people, I'll just take away the ability to post links. Yeah, it looks like some of the stuff they haven't gotten bound yet. That's not a hard fix. So they should be able to fix the rest of that. Now here's the thing, don't be expecting every single thing to get bound. And if people think that everything in the credit shop is going to get bound, they need to slow down on that. Okay? Like, I get that people are saying the premium Arc Pass can be sold for 37 gold. Let's be honest here. Are you going to pay 1,500 credits? Yeah. They're going to change it to 1 silver. And yeah, I get that. But some people are like, oh my god, it's pay to win. You could just buy the premium Arc Pass and sell it. 1,500 credits for 37 gold is a horrible conversion rate. It's a horrible conversion rate. I saw a super personal question. If you don't want to answer it, that's fine. Are all your kids to the same mother? No. That would be a little awkward if you did the math. That would be just slightly awkward. If you ever were to knock out the math there. Extremely new to the game. What are the main story quests I keep hearing about? Are they the green, yellow, red? They're the green. Just, if you want to blitz through, do the green ones. Ow. At minute 0, 110 gold is pretty powerful. Sure. If you're so bad at video games, that you want to, swipe and pay to win. See, this is where I screwed up. I went the wrong way and I didn't finish. And now I'm doubling back. And I know some people say, but you're doing non-storyline stuff. Yes, I am. It will not have any real value after 24 hours too. Not sure. Could you please explain what is server labor? No, because I don't quite understand it myself. I think I understand it, but I don't want to teach people wrong. So I like to fully understand. Until I fully understand something, I don't want to teach people wrong. Will I make a video on leveling and faster to level up and what to do? Yes. Do your Arc Pass and you get 60 gold. True. We tried that with a friend and we seemed to get wrecked after the second zone green with going into stealing a dragon scale and the priest's attack so far behind in gear. We were playing as East. Any tips if going green only? No, not at the moment. That's why I need to do what I'm doing. If I haven't done it, if I haven't seen it, if I haven't done it and I haven't seen it, I can't really say anything on it. That's always the problem. People are like, well, why don't you have an answer? Because I haven't done it. See, the first couple of times I played Archeage, we didn't have 4-day lockouts. We had 2-day lockouts. And there is a big difference between a 2-day lockout in a 2-day lockout and a 5-day lockout or a 4-day lockout. And there's a big difference between 50 Gilded Stars for a thatched farmhouse and 300 Gilded Stars for a thatched farmhouse. Personally, I would like to see them make it 300 Gilded Star, 50 Gilded Stars for a thatched farmhouse. But I would like to see it so that, and I know people would hate me for this, but I would like to see it so that the amount of property you could have at any given time on the account was limited as they ramp up. That's just me. Leveling with Vitalism. I'm leveling with Vitalism on the test server so that I can test how bad it is. And I, unfortunately, due to other games that I needed to take care of, so many games are out at the moment. that I need to take care of stuff. So I got a little bit, you know, vexed by Intrepid Studios. If you guys know me, I love dragons. Dragons are my thing. They released a dragon cosmetic that you had to reach level 7 in the Battle Royale this weekend. So that's where I spent a lot of my time, knocking that out. That kind of irritated me on principle alone. I'm already level 50, so... Is the Battle Pet gear got updated or changed? That's a bad question. Updated from when? Oh, you talking the crafted stuff? See, you gotta give me a better question. Is it true we need to get level 50 to get tax certificates now? No. Not sure where that came from. No, I would not like to join your party. Still don't want to join your party. Korea got synthesis for the Battle Pet gear. Did we get it? God damn it, I hate that fucking thing and I fall for it every time. Every single time. You just trying to do Arc Pass missions? No, I'm just tooling around. Inviting me to a party, okay? Inviting me to a party and then insulting me is pretty much not the way to get me to do anything for you. I'm just saying. I really just want to point that out to people. Sending me a blind invite twice and then insulting me, it works like this. Go fuck yourself. You're not going to get anything from me. All you had, if you needed a guild invite, all you needed to do was say something in chat and be like, hey, can I get a guild invite? I would have been like, cool, I got you. However, insulting me is about the last way to get me to help you. Just saying. Supin is an amazing guild name. Yeah, it's not my guild name. God damn it. I hate this thing. Happy birthday. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm like intrigued because I'm intrigued because my daughter bought me a birthday present. My daughter bought me a birthday present. It's sitting right over there on my wife's desk. And I want to open it. And I can't because my daughter's not here. And I've heard that there's a cake. Exploration points in the map I linked, you need to click on Tears of Nui, because that's what took their place. So yeah, click on Nui's Tears, and that's what you want.
Target is facing the wrong direction.
My birthday and your dad's birthday is on the same day. Interesting. It's a big conspiracy. Your argument is that if you pay to win an Archeage Unchained, you're bad, so it's fine. No, I mean, the point is that the big conspiracy was the Arc Pass is people are going to pay to win off the Arc Pass. Well, first of all, if you want to spend 10 bucks or 1,500 credits for 37 gold, cool. But they're reducing it to 1 silver anyway. So what does it matter? Why are people freaking out? Like, honestly, I'm a little ashamed of gamers in general. They gave the media server out to the media, obviously for a reason. They gave the media server out to generate hype for their game. Now, with that said, Krolin, I don't know how much more. I don't know how much more Krolin could do. Like, I don't know how much faster he could respond. I mean, I sent a message yesterday morning. I got on the server and I sent out a message in, I don't know, within an hour? Without an hour, he responded. He's like, yeah, I understand it. I see what you're saying, and you don't have to keep asking me the same question. Asking me the same question is actually a good way for me to not answer your question. Just so you know, I will scroll back through. But I don't know how much. I don't know how much faster you want Krolin to answer questions. I asked him a question, and let me see. I don't think it shows me the times. I haven't been on anything today. I haven't been anywhere. Let me see. Tweets and retweets. I pulled all the Swiftblade skills out as well. If anybody needs to see those, there's a video on my Discord. Let's see. I don't see it. I mean, I know it's there. I don't like Twitter, but I sent something to Krolin, and he responded within an hour. He responded. And that's about all you can expect from somebody. Within an hour. I don't know how much more. Let me see. It would have been from yesterday. Dude was still answering questions 10 hours ago, 11 hours ago. So the guy's been up all day long. All day long answering questions. Let me see if I can pull it up this way. No, I can't. But even stuff that, like, he's literally saying, this was already brought up to me. I got it. We're looking at it. I don't know what more people want. When do they add the graphics update and 64-bit plan for release? Apparently, we're on the 64-bit client now. And yeah, that was bad of me. I shouldn't have chilled on the rope. Not all of the graphics changes are in. Not all the graphics changes are in. Krolin said he saw some of them were in, some of them were not. When the rest of them are ready, they'll put them in. Yeah, Krolin tweeted yesterday about the request completion certificate will likely be removed. Personally glad. Yeah, but I mean, I don't care if they're removed or not. Just address it. If people are going to be mad about it, okay, I understand, you know, I understand the thought process behind the request completion certificates on a mature server. However, I don't think they have any place on a brand new server. What is my thoughts about the Poppygate problem? I don't acknowledge the Poppygate problem because I haven't seen it firsthand. And some people are making it out to be Chicken Little, the sky is falling. Other people are making it out to be it's not a big deal. So if those are the ranges, if the ranges are from Chicken Little, the sky is falling, it's not a big deal, then I have to see it for myself. Because people are hysterical about stupid shit. Calm down. Like, I'll give you an example. Somebody sent me, you need to suggest to Krolin. Well, hold on. Check Reddit. I don't believe Reddit. Okay? I just said, if I have from one end of the spectrum that it's not a big deal, to the other end of the spectrum that it's Chicken Little, the sky is falling, then telling me to check Reddit doesn't mean anything because I can check somewhere else and get the other argument. I will ask my Discord later today. Oh, okay. I will, and then if it wasn't to me, cool. I will check my Discord later today. I will ask my Discord later today what their opinions are, and then we will look at it. You know, it basically stops you from converting quest gear to Hiram gear. That's it. And if that is the only thing it does, okay? If that is the only thing that it does, and it's that impossible to get Poppy, then I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the, make it something that can be grown in the public gardens. You know, It stops you for 1 day. Well, I guess technically it would stop you for several days because, I guess technically it would stop you for several days because you'd have to get to when you could grow poppy on your own farm. So, you know, I understand that argument. I really do. But the last thing you want to do is have stockpiled labor. Now, if it means you can't level up past 45, that's a problem. So you have to simultaneously realize, you can still level up. Okay, then if it absolutely doesn't, see, that's the problem. Now you guys are starting to see firsthand why I have to go do it myself. You know, until I know exactly what the problem is, I don't want to talk and speculate on what a potential problem is, because honestly, kind of fuck it. People are irrational. But yeah, if it gets in your way of leveling, and that is due to the landlock, then all you're doing is creating a situation where they're gonna say fuck the landlock. As soon as you have land to put down, put land to put down. The problem with that is, if you say it's such a huge deal, we need to be able to do blah 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 blah, run your mouth, whatever, then they're gonna just make cottages 100 Gilda stars. They're gonna move all the property a little bit to the right, and then they're not gonna have a landlock. There's lots of ways to achieve the same goals. There are a lot of ways to achieve the same goals. Some of them you're not gonna like. Can you just take 24 by 24 for 200 Gilda to save the spot? You could, unless they made the 24 by 24 300 Gilda, because they weren't going to do a landlock. So, just let people put down their 8x8 only, problem solved. That doesn't solve the problem, because that's not something they can just fix. That requires more intricate coding. To make it so the only properties that could be put down would be the 8x8. Yeah. There used to be land only for 8x8s. They've done it before. Yeah. No, there used to be land only for 16x16s and land only for thatched farmhouses. There's no need to make any changes. I truthfully, here's the thing. As people want to riot and get angry, it just makes me as a person, want to say, fuck it, take the landlock out, and then people would be like, no, because I won't be able to get land. I won't be able to get land until whenever. Well, you know, there used to be a temporary farm area where we could only place an 8x8 for 7 days. I thought it was this zone, right? Not Solus. I thought it was this zone right here. This housing zone. Let me take these off. And then I need to put housing back on. I thought it was this one right here. And I thought it was for 16x16s only. Was it only 8x8s? Further south near... Oh, yeah. You are right. This one, right? This, this one? That, like, nobody ever went to? Yeah. I got you. The thing is that I always had land that if I remember correctly, because I never used the 8x8 one. I did use the 16x16 one, but if I remember correctly, it fell under the same rules that if you put your 8x8 there, then you could only have your 8x8. Or was that just the 16? I know the 16. If you put your land in the 16, you couldn't put land anywhere else out in the world. So. Happy birthday, thanks for putting out guides. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I will let you guys know, I did pull the, I did pull the trigger on my Twitch application on Friday. Numbers look good. So, all I can do now is wait. I imagine what will happen is I will get rejected the first time around. So, you're not dissing Crolin? Ah, I didn't think you were dissing Crolin. Crolin has definitely upped his game. He has definitely upped his game since the last time around. Is there going to be a separate launcher for Unchained? No, it'll be in Glyph. Yes, ocean trading is dead. You don't run packs. I did an entire video catching people up on the history of ocean trading. I know some people are like, why do I need to know what it was like? I was like, you don't. I did the video so that the people who don't know what it's like, or they left in 1.7 or they left in 2.7 and their guilds are arguing about how things used to be. It's not dead. People will still be running cargo like mad. I'm gonna disagree with you on that. Number one, I don't think a lot of people are gonna be, I don't think a lot of people, okay? I think a lot of guilds will be running cargo. You will see a lot of heavily protected cargo shipments. But I don't think people, individuals, are going to be running packs like they used to. What, you used to be able to fill up your merchant ship for about 70 gold and run them across. You know, now you're talking to load up a merchant ship is like 540 gold. That's a lot. That's a lot. More than 70? I don't think so. I don't think it was more than, I don't think it was like more than 70 gold to load up your merchant ship in the old days. I mean, that shit was cheap. It was definitely more. I'm gonna say I disagree with you. I used to run trade packs all the time. So yeah, you could. I used to run a merchant ship alone. Just knew when to do it. So, I mean, I used to see the people that were 2k gear score with the merchant ship running 22 Rakala larders, and I didn't care if they were my faction or not. I stole their shit because you can't get Rakala larders out of Rakala without a car. So why do you have a 2k gear score character with a car and a merchant ship? I'm just saying. Let's see. But we may have ran 2 ships. Well, yeah. If you ran 2 ships at the... Yeah, of course. If you're running 2 merchant ships. And then, that's the weird thing. People used to load up 2 merchant ships worth of, People used to load up 2 merchant ships worth of, stuff. 3 merchant ships. And, you used to have really good times with people doing that. It was fun as hell. 70 gold packs. No, 70 gold for 22 packs. This all texture bug looks like the game is on alpha. Let me make sure. No, everything's on very high. But I mean, remember, the game was developed 8 years ago. So, yeah, they're doing some graphic updates. It's going to take them time to get all of them done. Oh. I picked a fight with the one I shouldn't have before I weakened him. Can I show off the outfits in the shop real quick when you get a chance? What do you want to see? The marketplace? Did freshness ruin trading? Yes. Yes, it did. Freshness is a ridiculous mechanic. Sky looks beautiful though. So does the water. Let's see, the marketplace, credit only, wardrobe. These are the ones you got. Bring this center stage. These are the ones you got. 5,800 credits is a little pricey. I am a little upset. my costume is not in the shop. My costume is not in the shop, so it needs to show up quickly. The Rags of the Spoon Lord. Remember when that used to be the one we had to put the costumes on to trade? Do we know the real money to credit conversion rate? No. They will no doubt have packs. They will no doubt have packs that are for sale. That give you bonuses. That's not bad. But nothing for 800. No. Nothing for 800. Not yet, at least. Hold on, is there anything for 800? Nope. Sorry. You know, if people, and that's the thing. If people keep saying that, well, there's nothing for 800, there's nothing for 800, there's nothing for 800. There's a way to voice a concern, and there is a way to not voice a concern. Yeah, Crowlin said on Twitter, credit prices are going to change. If people keep, like, poking them in the eye in, like, a belligerent tone, you know what they're going to do, is they're going to put some piece of shit in the credit shop for 800 credits, and then be like, there you go. There's your 800 credit item. They got this, and I said this in the video that I made. This server is not the final version. They put this out so the media could start generating hype. That's what it's for. The best way to solve the nothing for 800 problem is to add those weapon skins from the diligence coins into the cash shop. Easy, cosmetic only, boom. They have to be bound though. Every single thing that's in the credit only shop needs to be bound. You can't have anything not bound in the credit shop. Poppygate. I already said I don't care. I don't care what other people have to say, because on this show alone, there's been a range of people left and right, from it doesn't matter to the sky is falling. Once my own community has a difference of opinion, then it doesn't matter to me. I will go and I will look at it, but I'm not going to base my opinion off of Reddit. Okay? Because I don't care. I want to see it for myself. Now, if all of the content creators that I trust were all pinging me off the walls and saying, Jay, Poppygate's is a huge thing, I would be like, okay, Poppygate's apparently this huge thing. Then it's really simple. Hey, Crowlin, got a problem. Poppygate's a huge thing. And Crowlin would do what he's done with every other issue I've brought him. And this is why it's the best scenario. I am clearly not a friend to, well, I'm not going to say that. Let me back that up. In years past, I wasn't a friend to Gamigo and the Archeage team. Clearly, they reached out. We mended the bridge. They let me on the test server, the media server. So every single question I've sent to Crowlin, every single PM at Crowlin, every tweet, everything has gotten an answer. So I'm not gonna just send him off the cuff bullshit without researching it. If I find it to be an issue, I'll look into it and I'll say, Crowlin, I think this is an issue. Like I said, within an hour of me saying yesterday about the 5 diligence coin request completion certificates, he responded to me, and it basically was, yeah, we've looked at it and probably gonna come out. Let's see. So do you think that everything in the cash shop should be bound on buying it? And if so, how do you feel about gifting people things? I don't... Honestly, we've talked about this so many times in this gifting shit and how it becomes a pay-to-win thing and a gold seller thing. Honestly, here's how I feel. If you want to buy your friends something in-game, then just PayPal them the money so they can buy it. And if you're not willing to PayPal them the money, then I don't know what to say to you. Everything should be bound. Because people can't behave appropriately. Since people can't behave appropriately, let's just make it so that people can't misbehave then. You know? And all of my ex-military people, you know that I hate this mentality because I hate the idea that one person shits their pants and everybody has to wear a diaper. It's a military phrase because we all hate this bullshit. We all hate this bullshit. So, like, for example, somebody gets a DUI on base, you know, somebody gets a DUI on base, everybody gets an email. Somebody else gets a DUI on base, then everybody gets talked about it at commander's call or during stand-up. You get a rash of DUIs on base, and then everybody's got to go to the briefing room, be it the theater or the auditorium or for the army people just out there in fucking open formation, where they get told, don't get fucking DUIs. But let's be honest. Do you really have to be told not to get a DUI? Because you're told all the time, don't get a DUI. Yeah. Because commanders take big hits on their OERs when idiot Joes fuck up. Absolutely. But I just find it funny that a guy gets a DUI and you get another DUI and your base has 6 DUIs and now the wing commander or the base commander, the post commander, losing his fucking mind because he's got all these DUIs that he's got to answer to. Well, you know, I get it. I get it that he wants his performance report to work good, but you're not going to talk people out of DUIs. Okay? People that dumbass clowns that are going to get a DUI, they're going to get a DUI no matter what you say. So it's the same thing with this gifting shit. If you give people an inch, they're going to take a mile. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to want a glass of milk. So all these people saying, well, it won't be abused and it's not fair because I can't give my friend a gift. If that person is really a friend, you should have no problem PayPaling them the money. It's like, I've PayPal'd Sweet Tart money. I've PayPal'd Frost money. They're my friends. Hey, join me on Fresh Start. Thanks for all the hard work you do for me. Boom. Frost, he's like, hey, I want to buy something. I donated you a bunch of money this week, and I don't have the money to buy what I want to buy. Yeah, I PayPal you your paycheck. No, it's not a paycheck. If you want to call it a paycheck, then you pay taxes on it. But with that said, if I want to give my friend something and there's not a gifting option, I will just you know, I will just give you the money via PayPal. It's not a question of friends, more like guildmates, contest winners, etc., who you don't necessarily trust that closely. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're a streamer and you're trying to give stuff away, now you understand why I give away Amazon gift cards and I give away Steam gift cards. Speaking of which, I gotta check the Steam gift cards again. I didn't check Steam yesterday. I very rarely check on Saturdays. Just because I know they have a tendency to never unlock it on Saturdays. But give away Steam gift cards and Amazon gift cards. Now I know what you're gonna say. Well, an Amazon gift card doesn't help them buy what they want in game. True, but until they create a system where I can gift card you credits, and then we run into the problem of then gold sellers will just do it. So there's no way to get around it. There is absolutely no way to get around it. I hate these arguments. Risk ruining the game's economy so that I can send my buddy a costume in the method. Yeah. You know, I 100% agree with you. Acquire 10 gold. Yay. We have acquired 10 gold. Oh, where the hell were we? I understand you're gonna have 2 characters, then get more with the scroll. The arc pass progress is the same for all characters. I have no idea. Why the hell can't you gift Archeage Unchained? I can't gift Archeage Unchained because I don't have codes to give you. So when I give away gift cards, it's $25. That's also due to IRS publication 463. That's a big pain in my ass. That's a big pain in my ass. But it is what it is. That's also why you find a lot of games do their game at $24.99 instead of $25.99. Because if you're $24.99, streamers can't give away copies of the game if they're doing it as promotional. Now a lot of streamers don't know that, and it's actually kind of ironic because they these new streamers don't know that, and then they sort of get themselves in trouble. But then again, a lot of streamers get started and they don't know what the hell they're doing. Like, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and it's rough, man. It is rough when you start making enough money that you can't claim it as hobby money. You got to be really careful with that. So all my small streamers out there, I ain't telling you to not pursue your dreams, but I am telling you, if you pursue your dreams, sit down with the IRS book and you know, make sure you've thought about it. Because once you start, technically when you make any money, okay, once you make any money, you're running your own business. Hey, tips for my birthday. Awesome. Appreciate that. Now we're gonna just slap stuff. Training wheels off. Man, that's some bullshit. Training wheels off.
Learn new skills through the skills window.
I don't want to learn new skills through the skill window. Thanks, though. Yeah, we're clubbing them to death. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work well. Let's see. Guild of Stars and Premium Reward are the basic Arc Pass that you can upgrade to Premium for in-game gold to learn the system. Yes, the Premium Pass is the basic path and does not cost any real money. You can buy it for access with 10 gold. Oh, look at that. Somebody wanted that top spot. 1,500. Appreciate that. Yeah, the first time around, the Arc Pass is going to... the Arc Pass is going to be available for gold. Now, the price... where the fuck is it? This price right here is probably going to change. Don't count on that being 10 gold. But, you know, it is what it is. Will you wear cloth or plate armor as a healer? I would wear plate. I'm leveling in cloth just to see how it is. I'm leveling in cloth just to see how it is. But, that's also... I'm doing a lot of things. I'm doing a lot of things on the media server this weekend. When I get on the PTS, I am going to get on the PTS and actually like work on my stuff, like my dry run. This was a 3-day server, so I got on here so that I could answer some quick questions. I know a lot of people get upset. They go to other streamers. They go to other streamers' channels and they can't get the answers they want. So, I try to answer as many questions every day as I can. Because if I wasn't going to be here to answer the questions, then I might as well just not be online, right? I might as well just go play and do the video. So if I'm here streaming, I get like nothing done while I'm streaming. but I answer all your questions, so that's what I'm getting done. Pop quiz. Who can name all the currencies now in Archeage Unchained? Good luck. There are a lot. Curios badges, vocation badges, honor points, diligence coins, Guild of Stars, gold, copper, silver, credits. Do you think it's more fair to start with full labor or without any? Well, are we talking fair or equal? Because those two words mean different things. Is it fair to start with full labor? Yes, it's absolutely fair. It's fair because you bought a pre-purchase pack, you made your character, you supported the game. There you go. Now, is it equal? No, it's not equal. Somebody who can't, like, and here's where we're really gonna get into the don't whine to me. Okay, I'm gonna make my character as soon as I can make my character. If I happen to be up at midnight, I'll make my character at midnight. If I'm not up at midnight, then I'll make my character when I wake up. With that said, okay, if I have 5,000 labor when I get in the game, great. I have 5,000 labor when I get in the game. I know someone's gonna say, well, I didn't pre-order, so I didn't have the opportunity. You had the opportunity, just like everybody else. You could have spent $5.99 more. You could have bought the game. You could have had your character made. You could have been generating labor. Now, with that said, okay, I get it. People are upset. You know what? I don't feel bad. Steam hasn't got the option to pre-order, so how about those? The problem is Steam does blame Steam for that. That is not a Gamigo thing. That is a Steam thing. Let me link you. This is all a change due to Valve going after their documentation so that they can so that they can screw players, not developers. Yes, I think it is a big problem if developers pre-sell their game on Steam, take that money, and then they turn around and they say, well, sorry, fuck you players. Epic gave us a big pack of cash, so we're going to go ahead and take that pre-order money. Now I get that. Okay, I absolutely get that. That's pretty scummy to do. But at the same time, Valve, in their response that they're not going to give people back their money because the game's not canceled, the game is just exclusive to the Epic Games Store for a while. That's all a bizarre situation that I don't want to dive into right now. But I linked the Steam thing that says that they don't, for these reasons, we do not support running a pre-purchase except in a few rare cases with partners with which we have a well-established relationship and that have a proven track record on Steam. Okay, that's a Steam thing. That's not a Gamigo thing. It's not like Gamigo's just not making them available. That is what it is. Labor is shared account-wide. Unless Gamigo runs a script to zero everyone's labor prior to the servers going live on the 15th, accounts generate labor as soon as the character is created. True, unless they've changed it. They may have changed it so level 0 characters don't generate labor. How do you do early character creation? You do it on the 1st when it becomes available. Beyond that, I'd have to consult with the Magic 9-ball. What classes am I using? I'm going to be playing Skull Knight, although some of the changes in Healer have me really considering staying Healer. I do like a lot of the Ancestral changes with Healer. I hate the 30% self-heal nerf. I think that's a stupid nerf. But the fact that Mend and Healing Circle heal you as the user, that is a big deal. Oh. That is a big deal. Crowlin mentioned a possible different time for PTS and name reservations. We're currently targeting morning, but there's some collision with the release of PTS scheduled for 10 a.m. I'll speak more Yeah. I can only go by what he said, and I go based on what they said on the live stream. If he's updated it, he's updated it. So, what pack have I pre-ordered? I pre-ordered. Doesn't matter which pack I bought. I bought the big one. Go big or go home. Do you think God's Whip can be used for animation canceling in 6.0? I don't need to think. Yes, I know it can be. Steam gets a cut, so you're technically not supporting the game as much. True. At the same time, they make... anybody who complains... Like, I do not understand why companies that have their own ability to distribute put their games on Steam. I don't understand it, because I'm gonna be honest. If a company like Tryon or Gamigo has their own launcher, I am never gonna use Steam for a game that has its own launcher. I don't find any reason to it. I don't have any reason to do that. Some people are like, well, I like being able to track my game hours. I like being able to do this. Okay, that's cool. People can find the game on Steam, though. Let's be honest for a second. Let's be honest, just real quick. Is anybody finding Archeage on Steam that probably couldn't have found it another place? Maybe targeting for people who received Steam gift cards. Yeah, that's probably more likely. It's people that are giving. It's people that are paying for it elsewhere. You have $30 in your Steam wallet. Yeah. Steam has so many users. I'm not saying Steam doesn't have a lot of users, but I'm saying that people are gonna find your MMO. You know, people are going to find your MMO if you're doing a good job. Like, remember, Steam, or Archeage wasn't on Steam at launch. Archeage did just fine at launch without Steam. You want as few companies as possible to have your credit card information? Yeah, I actually ran into that, problem the other day. Actually, I ran into a big-ass problem yesterday. I was stupid and old, and I forgot my goddamn phone pin, and I don't know what I did, but my phone reset, so I lost everything on my phone. So like I said at the beginning of the show, now I got people wishing me happy birthday via text message, and I'm like, I have no idea who you are. I have no idea who you are. So, you know. Let's see. You found Archeage when you're complaining to your cousin you couldn't find a game. The marketing was weak at launch. No, the marketing at launch of NAEU was strong. Was very, very strong. Man, we had like 3,000 person queues on launch at 2014. Man, I wouldn't have wanted any more people in 2014. I don't know if Mana Barrier is going to affect the caster. I will have to check. Obviously, I need to get there. I'm just going to kill this. Oh, there we go. I'll just kill this dude again. You texted me happy birthday and you told me who it was. Perfect! Otherwise, I'm going to be like, new phone, who dis? Oh no. Go away. Go away. I didn't get the trap down. Go away, leave me alone. Help, you stupid NPCs. I'm gonna die. Yeah. You don't want to do that.
Recover health and mana by praying.
The launch was a nightmare, and if you do die, make sure that you remember to, oh, I can't pray! Fuck, I have no labor! Maybe I want to be a healer. Nope, no, that was my own stupid fault, because I'm back and forth reading the channel. I mean, I own that fuck up, but, oh, I should have just kept running to the new way, I would have been fine. See? Stupid. But I would have been okay. Let's see. The new raid boss in Archeage. I know, right? How you open premium rewards? Guild of Starters reward premium rewards. How open? It's a good question. $10 token from $10 token from the premium rewards for the basic path. 10 gold. Yeah, you can hit 55 in a day if you just blitz through the main storyline. Now, some people were saying they ran into a problem. Probably need to make sure you annotate where you're going to get your gear from so you know to do those little side quests. So on Steam, you don't get the bonuses from the pre-order package. No, I have no idea. I have no idea how Steam and Glyph work together. I have no idea. Oh yeah, it was from the main story because I got the other 3 pieces. You get 4 pieces at first, then I got the other 3 pieces. But yeah, it was on the main storyline. Weren't they selling founder packs for months afterwards on Steam? They were selling starter packs, not the founder packs. Would you make more gold opening the quests for the first pass at later level? Maybe. Probably not. I'll find out though. Steam just launches the Glyph launcher from which you launch the game. True, but I think now because it's free to play, now that it's got a box price, you have to buy it from Steam. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Again, I don't have an answer sheet from Gamigo on questions like this. How is it going to work? I don't know. So Steam doesn't allow pre-order. Yes, correct. That's the problem. It's people are mad. People are mad that there's no pre-orders on Steam, but that's a Steam thing. It's not a Gamigo thing. Remember, there are going to be tons of people in the game competing for resources every step of the way. Your bottle runs are not going to be as accurate representative of launch conditions. Also true. The only way the times are going to be accurate is if you're one of the first people on the server and you get out ahead of the pack. And once you're out ahead of the pack, you're off to the races. And once you're off to the races, if you can get out ahead of everyone and stay ahead of everyone, you'll be okay. Once people start catching up to you, then that's when you're going to run into the problems. I don't actually need this. But I don't get you till 20 and I got another point. Yeah. Best to just go with Glyph? Yeah, I would. I mean, I would not use Steam unless you have a reason to, like you have $30 in your Steam wallet and that's how you're going to pay for the game. I can't tell you more than that because, I don't use Steam. You don't trust Glyph, but it doesn't matter because if you're using Steam right now, you're using Glyph anyway. And it's real simple. Once you load the game, just close Glyph. But yeah, like, if the Steam launcher ends up launching Glyph anyway, then you can say I don't trust Glyph, but you're using it anyway. So, yeah. The Steam launcher just launches Glyph. So, don't trust it all you want. Use it anyway. I installed the Glyph standalone, copied Archeage to that install. Steam's is gimped. I only use it so I could use my Steam wallet to pay Archeage Legacy. How does the class system work? Okay. Here is how the class system works because that is more than I can talk about. What do I think about the need to have Poppy for the Hiram gear? I don't know. I need to get in there and test it. I've heard both sides. Should you do the yellow quests? You don't have to. I do the yellow quests because when I'm hanging out streaming, I just, when I'm hanging out streaming, it's difficult as hell to do, you know, to answer questions. I'm more concerned with answering your questions than I am about making any progress in the game. If I wanted to make progress in the game, I wouldn't be doing this. Are there appearance change coupons? Let's find out, but let's find out somewhere where I won't die. Diligence shop. Luxury. Gender swap. That probably needs... I didn't see that the other day. That probably needs to come out. Well, not come out, but that probably needs to not... Well, I guess 30's okay for that. If that's how you want to spend your 30, I guess that's okay. Salon certificate, guild name, family name, gender swap. Did I see gender swap twice? Gender swap 80. Gender swap 80. Why is gender swap in here twice? Oh, salon certificate. There you go. So yes, salon certificates are here. What will I need gold for since I don't need it to buy gear? Is it just for pots? You need it for gear. You need it for all the infusions. If you buy Archeage on Steam, you get Steam cloud save, so it'll always be there. What if you pre-order and you don't go through Steam? You're rolling the dice, correct? No. It's an MMO. All your shit's saved to the server. Are the Beanstalk Mansions going to be an Archeage Unchained at launch? The 9-ball doesn't want to work today. Let's see. Let's just email everyone free poppies at this point to shut the babies up. Yeah, man. Holy hell. Like, people are freaking out, and holy shit. I'll look at it. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I will look at it when I get the chance. Maybe just me, but some of the cosmetic stuff really should be in the cash shop. They're not needed, and they shouldn't limit themselves to just housing and costume stuff. I mean, yeah, that's... I think a big part of that is... I'm going to show you guys the costumes, and then that's something I'm going to... Wait, hold on. Back that up. Maybe it's just me, but some of the cosmetic stuff really should just be in the cash shop. They're not needed, and they shouldn't limit themselves to just housing and costume stuff. I'm not sure what stuff you think should be, like, in the cash shop, but yeah. I imagine you'll see bound salon certificates and bound gender swap certificates moving over. I have no problem with, where were they? Family growth tickets should just be for gold. Specialization snowflake, whatever. If you want to spend 30 diligence on that. Guild name change tickets, those can go in the cash shop as long as they're bound. Family name change, those could be in the cash shop as long as they're bound. Gender swap, cash shop, bound. One bound tax cert, that's probably not correct. Guild name change, yeah, those tickets could go. I don't see a problem with those being in the cash shop as long as they're bound. Let people sell something. No, fuck that. It's the cash shop. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If it's in the cash shop, it's bound. If the guild leader wants to change the guild name, then the guild leader can pay for the guild name change. That is it. That is it. You want to pay? You want to change your guild name? You pay for it. That's a lot of money they're throwing away by not putting it into the cash shop. I agree. So a lot, the stuff I just rattled off, all that stuff could go into the cash shop without an issue. I don't think there's much else like that. That's gonna get bound. We already know that. What about the otherworldly storage chest in the cash shop? Okay, the otherworldly storage chest in the cash shop. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with the otherworldly storage chest in the cash shop. And I know some people are going to say, things that don't provide power don't need to be in the cash shop. That's horrible. That's actually 100% incorrect. The things that don't provide power is what should be in the cash shop. The otherworldly storage chest, I get people's complaint about it. It's you're allowing people to buy a 100 slot chest for 1,675 credits. Okay. Yes, I acknowledge that you're buying an advantage. But how much of an advantage are you really... How much of an advantage? So, if you break down pay to win, I hate the phrase pay to win because then we argue about the winning part, but we all agree that it's pay to. So let's just talk about the pay to part of it for a second. You are paying to have an advantage. You are paying to have an advantage. Now, the size of the advantage is what matters. So, is it an advantage? Yes. Do you have extra storage? Yes. Does it make things more convenient? Yes. Is it game breaking? No. Is it winning in the PvP? No. So, sure. Otherworldly is basically expanding your warehouse without wasting diligence. Yes, that is the argument that I accept, because you're able to expand your storage capacity without having to spend diligence coins, and because diligence coins are limited, that's the piece, because you need more storage, but you don't have the 1,675 credits to buy the storage chest. So I buy my 100 slots with cash. You have to spend your diligence coins to get those. There is where that's the piece. That's the piece that's the argument. And it's not pay to win 10 extra inventory spaces, Doomers. It's 100 inventory spaces. That's the problem. The fact that it's 100 becomes an issue. BDO started with pay to convenience stuff. I understand that. They did say nothing but cosmetics in the cash shop. I mean, it's not just cosmetics. That is... There is the other part of it. Number one, you're creating a balance between... You're creating an imbalance between people who can afford to pay versus people who can't afford to pay. And you also said it would be cosmetics only. But I think we all agree that if we move some of these things, not those, but we move some of this crap, the name change stuff, into the cash shop, I think then we could, we could get that out of the cash shop, and it would just get rid of the argument. I also say I would have no problem with them doing... Where's the closest Mirage portal? And then my family's about to be home. I'm gonna be running. All pets should go to the cash shop. I mean, I hope you mean the cosmetic pets, but not battle pets. Alright, we gotta run. Let's go. They should instead sell a smaller bound storage to balance it out. No, I don't think so. I mean, I think when you get into the argument of what you said would be in the cash shop, calling it pay to win isn't really accurate because you're not winning anything. But what you are doing is you are saving yourself diligence coins. You are selling yourself, you're saving yourself diligence coins, and that is where the advantage comes from. At this point, people are still so paranoid about pay to win, it's disgusting. No matter what Gamigo do, people will still be paranoid. Well, yeah, and that's the problem. I don't think it's Gamigo's fault. I think it's a lot of it is on the gamers. A lot of it is on the gamers being unrealistic. I've seen gamers complain about everything. And like I said, this whole Poppygate thing, I will look at the Poppygate thing and I will say, all right, this is my opinion on it. I think this is broken. I think this needs to get fixed. I don't think it needs to get fixed. Poppygate is apparently, since poppy can't be grown on public farms and you need poppy to flip your gear from starter gear to T1 Hiram gear, it's a big problem. I don't know. I have to look at it. See, okay, so Krolin has responded regarding Poppy. They're gonna reach out to Excel about it. I mean, okay, now what more? What more do you want? What more do you want? They're looking at it. I think for the cash shop stuff, honestly, if they need to make more money, I think what they should do is they should just sell shit like this and have it be bound. Just sell gates. Just sell cosmetic shit for your property. Just make bundles with that crap in it. And then, you know, sell it. Sell it for cash. It is what it is. So, Gamigo isn't there to blame, but gamers are too quick to judge and complain. But pay-to-win phenomena, also like microtransactions, were a horrible business move that caused other gaming industries huge issues in terms of large player bases. Thank you, EA. Keep in mind, though, players wanted microtransactions. If you've been gaming as long as I have, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, okay? How late are you? You're really late, because I'm about to get offline. As soon as my family's here, it's my birthday, I'm gonna hang out with my family. They went to make apple butter today, so I said I don't want to make apple butter on my birthday. I want to stream a little bit on my birthday, answer your guys' questions. So that's what I did. Spend my birthday with you guys. A couple hours of my birthday goes with you guys. You're like my second family. But players wanted microtransactions. Players wanted free-to-play games. If you guys remember, EverQuest, you had to buy it. WoW, you had to buy it. Final Fantasy XI, you had to buy it. Star Wars Galaxies, you had to buy it. These were all buy-to-play games. Most of those had monthly subscriptions. Companies knew how many customers they had, and I'm gonna be honest, okay? I find that not all of you, and if you're offended by this, it's probably I'm hitting too close to home, so think about your own behavior. I find that a lot of people who are free-to-play players in games are the people who ruin free-to-play games. Because you're not financially attached to the game. So you don't give a shit about your behavior. You don't care about your behavior because it was a free-to-play game. You didn't have to buy a box price for. You didn't have to pay a monthly subscription for. And then you get to act like an asshat. You can go to the cash shop. You can get a name change. You can server transfer. And no one's ever going to know who you are. Now, you notice that in the old days, how did we deal with ass clowns on our servers? Where there was no cross-server matchmaking. There were no server transfers. Okay? How did we deal with shitheads? We all put them on block. And then it became a matter of, you're a tank, and you're a well-known tank, and you join a party with a well-known healer, and at the bottom you see a shitbird that's been a problem for you. You say to the raid leader, hey man, Vanilla Candle, whatever the fuck. Or no, Deadpool. Here, character names are always made up on what I have on my desk. Hey, Deadpool down there. He's a shitbird. I'm not running this raid. He needs to go. Well, let's be honest. What were the shithead players class? They were normally DPS. Vanilla Candle. So the shithead players were normally DPS. So, you know, I'm a well-known tank. I'm a well-geared tank. This is my well-known healer friend. We run everything together. You're a shithead DPS that I don't need. I tell the raid leader that person's got to go, or I piece the fuck out. And then people notice that asshole in the bottom corner who's trying to just get content done, and they were like, nope, kick. And then that person's like, dude, how do I fix my reputation? You stop being a shithead. You apologize. You make amends. But now people don't do that. God forbid you should be held accountable for your actions. It's just a game, man. Cool. It's just a game. Well, then you're getting content. There is no way for a shithead toxic person to argue themselves out of this position. I'm not telling you not to be a PKer. You guys, I don't know if you've seen it, Swanky has come to my channel a couple of times. We've had good conversations because the Jahlon character in game and the Swanky character in game are characters in a game. They're characters in a game. Swanky has killed me. I have killed Swanky. He's stolen my ships. I've stolen his. He's stolen them back. I don't think I've ever stolen successfully from Swanky. Ever. Not to the point of pack turn-in. But it's a game. It's fun. Swanky kills people. It's how he has his fun. But he's not toxic about it. He's popped in here. He's talked, he's given people advice. I trust his opinion. He stood next to me on stream last week so people could check out his gear. Good guy. Not the guy you want to run into if you have a merchant ship loaded with cargo. He doesn't give a shit. You could be a 2k gear score, you could be a 12k gear score, he's gonna take your shit. That's not being toxic. That's being a PvPer. That is the difference. People like to throw the word toxic around. Toxic doesn't, if you don't like what somebody is saying, that doesn't make the other person toxic. People like Swanky ruined the game. Why? He created content for you? Let's see. What is the exact time you can create a character? We don't know. Krolin posted something a little bit ago, or somebody posted something from Krolin a little bit ago that said, at first they said midnight on the stream, and now they mentioned something else. So as soon as we know, we'll know. As soon as I know, I'll post it on my Discord. You mentioned the self-heal nerf. What was changed and buffed in that area? Your self-heals do 30% less healing to you. So this heal that does 348, a burst of energy that heals you for 348 or an ally for 498. So you see how on the skills now, it's broken out what it heals you for versus what it heals other people for. Let me... Restores 470 health to caster and 671% to up to 10 raid members. So, yeah, it heals you for less. There was a complaint on the official Discord where a guy wanted peacetime in the ocean because he didn't like his solo merch runs were being pirated. Yeah, I mean, I will be honest, there are a lot of things in Archeage that needed to happen. This continent... Why can I not mark the map? Oh. Hold on a second. My family's almost home. My family is home. To my Steam viewer who just said they didn't get their gift card, Steam has a lockout period. So you won on Friday. I can't. You won't get your Steam gift card usually for 48 hours, sometimes 72. The other day it was like 96 hours. It was like, what the hell? Anyway, this continent needed to go this way, right? This continent needed to go out here. We needed to have a lot more ocean in here. Okay? There is no reason why we can't have the map all the way out to here. Okay? Do a little bit more. Do some islands out here. Throw some stuff, throw some content on bits and pieces out here. Just make the map bigger. Make the map bigger. Can I already download the game for PTS launch, or do I need to wait till the first day? I have no idea. Again, I have the PTS because I'm a media creator. Anyway, guys, my family has just gotten home. As you can see, I was able to do 2 hours. So they gave me 2 hours. I hope I got a lot of questions answered for you guys. If you have more questions, pop over to my Discord. Oh, wait. Hold on. It would be really bad of me to not actually answer this whole time, and I haven't answered the questions from my Discord chat. Let me see. Were the cargo boats that give you invulnerability on the PTS? I need to check that. Server transfers. I need to ask Kroll on that. Will they try and remove the Poppy bottleneck? We saw that. And currently, I see that. All right, we have answered all those questions. I do need to do the boats. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Short 2-hour stream today, but I wanted to spend my birthday with you guys for a little bit. I'm gonna go figure out dinner, lunch, something with my family. And you guys take care. I will be back tomorrow night. Monday nights are at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central, which makes it 5 Pacific. I'll do a little streaming tomorrow night as well. You guys take care, and I will see you tomorrow.